Namaste. My name is Jimena Vimendieta, and I'm gonna guide you through a Yin Yoga practice today, which is a bit slower than a usual practice. You will need the optional props of 2 blocks and a blanket. First, start sitting up tall. To come to ground yourself, close your eyes and bring your hands together at your heart center. Focus yourself, focus all your love, starting with this Om. Feel the vibration of the Om all over your whole being. And let's start. The first posture, it's Baddha Konasana. So you can sit on a blanket or a sitting block, so that if your hips are not so flexible, you can give yourself the room to fall forward. You can grab one of your blocks or 2 of your blocks and place them under your calves. Stay sitting tall if that's enough for you, or fall forward as it's best for you. Start breathing deeply. Be careful not to feel any type of pull in your back. You can rest your elbows on the ground or also in a block. And when you're here, start to bring yourself into your intention, into what's important today for you, for your whole practice. Forget about other worries, your laundry or your groceries. This is the here and now, and it belongs to you. Slowly come sitting up tall, going out of the Baddha Konasana, and extend your legs to the front, keeping and bend your knees as much as you need so you can fold into your legs without straining any muscle, any part of your body. You can sit up taller with a blanket as I showed you in Baddha Konasana in the previous posture. And as you're here, entering a new level of yourself, of your way of being, allow yourself to breathe into the posture. If you're very flexible, you can slide your heels forward as much as you need, keeping the contact of your head and your belly with your legs. If for any reason it's not good for you to round your spine because that's how your doctor has prescribed it to you, then you can also just lie on your back with your legs up on the wall, and that will bring similar benefits, so that the backs of your legs lengthen. If you feel the posture is too intense for you, back up a little bit and try to go back to it. Breathe, trying to bring the intention of your chest or your heart center towards your toes, and your toes towards your heart center. In the Yin Yoga practice, It's about time. It's about how long you stay. The length of time and staying in the posture is what will bring the benefits of it. So just make it comfortable enough so you can stay in it. But try to feel the backs of your legs. The most important thing of this practice is to learn to let go. Maybe your body's been holding on to something, to your worries or your wishes to control. But here you can bring the space and the light for those spaces that have been closed, not only in your body, but in your soul and your heart. Your Yin Yoga practice can be emotional, and it's okay if tears start running out from your eyes. Let them run out. Allow yourself to be purified, to be released, purified and healed. Very slowly start looking at your toes. Very gently walk your hands towards your buttocks. Take your time. You can bend your knees as much as you need to come out of the posture. And now this will be the Tadasana or the Baddha Konasana that's modified so your heels are far away from your buttocks and you round yourself to the front. You can also use the blocks under your forehead, pile up 2 blocks or 1 block. Place whatever you need. Use your props so you can stay there, breathing in and out. You'll feel your hips. You maybe feel the tightness of your neck. Or the tightness of your lower back. Breathe into it and let it go. This is a practice that connects us to Mother Earth, to the qualities of nourishment, of resting and restoring. But you are not really resting. You're making deep stretches in your body to the deepest tissues. Relaxing your subtle body. Relaxing the space between the muscles and the skin. Through this practice you reactivate all your 72,000 nadis, energy channels. You are pure light. You are pure love. Your love is what allows you to live, to feel full, to feel complete. Be like the watcher, like the one who observes. When being there, it's a little hard for your mind. Just imagine yourself from outside. Try to see your present body in a screen, like in the movie theater. Detach from what you're feeling, but feel it. Be conscious, be mindful. Your hips store a lot of emotions, so it's natural if it starts to feel hard being there. Remember that nothing is difficult and nothing is easy. Just put the right effort. You can focus on different points of awareness in your body. Maybe your hips, your third eye center, your lower back, and your hands and your feet. If you focus on those 7 points of awareness, there will be no room for more thoughts, because somehow we are addicted to think. Give yourself the time to move out of your posture, using your hands, walking them towards your next posture. Bring your left foot to the front of your mat and your right knee supported on the ground. You can path your back knee. The way you can path it is placing a block or a blanket under your shin bone, so that the patella is loose in the air. That's if your patella is sensitive. Place your hands at either sides of your left foot and bring your chest towards your leg and rest your chest on your leg, on your left leg. If you're too tight, use your blocks to support your hands under your hands, and stay here to stretch the front of your back leg. Your back toes are tucked out, so you're pointing your back foot to the back. Feel the presence, your presence, being in your posture. This is your time to close your eyes. If you've been having any worries along the last days, this is the moment to make your prayer and make the contact with Mother Earth to give you the strength you need to reach all your goals, to reach your dreams. And ask Mother Earth to help you release the worries and let go of all the negativities and all the things that are not serving you anymore. My personal experience is that the Yin Yoga is so healing because it gives me the time to pray, gives me the time to communicate with something that's higher than my small self. Breathe deeply, so little by little you can start pressing your hips, moving your hips back, stretching your front left leg, pointing your left sit bones back. Look forward, and if you need, use 2 blocks again under your hands to help yourself. And slowly start to fall forward as much as you can. You should be feeling the stretch in your back left leg. Slowly breathing in, breathing out. Bringing your awareness to those 7 points. You can choose other 7 points, or focusing on your 2 feet, 2 hands. In this case, the back of your legs, the back of your left leg, your lower back, and your third eye center. Stay here for about 4 minutes more. Be mindful, be conscious. When you stretch your back, the back of your leg, you're allowing yourself to give bigger steps. So what does that mean in life? To be able to move forward. Bringing your heart close to your leg. What does that mean? To make each step move from your heart and from your heart's deepest wish. Stay here for 1 more minute. If you're feeling it too intense, you can bend your front knee a lot. And try to stay in the place that's the best for you. Stillness. Many people think that yoga is a practice to quiet the mind. But actually, when the mind quiets, it's when yoga starts. This is the end of all your worries, and you're focused in your heart of what's really important for you here and now. Deep breath in to slowly move yourself out of the posture. Bring both hands the inside of your left foot. You can place one block under your right forearm for the lizard. And if your hips are too tight, you can point your toes and knee outwards, but keep your knee just above your ankle. If you're too flexible, then just go to both forearms. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax your face. Stay connected. For 5 minutes in the lizard. If you don't go all the way down to your forearms, stay on your hands or with a block under your right elbow or a block under each elbow. And feel your hips sinking in. Feel the stretch of your hips and the stretch of the front part of your back leg. Imagine a line, a ray of light, of energy running from the top of your head to your toe tips, and your spine is long, allowing the free flow of energy along your whole spine, along your whole being. And keep your facial muscles very relaxed, breathing deeply as in a very deep sleep. Don't let your head drop. Keep your neck long, following the line of your long spine. Breathe deeply and slowly. Place your hands on the ground to move your left leg back, coming to a child's pose. You can keep your knees widely open, maybe as wide as your mat. Just wide enough so it's comfortable and your rib cage can fit between your legs. Feel your heart connected to Mother Earth, your palms towards the earth. This is your time for praying. Breathe deeply, slowly walk your hands towards yourself. I'll repeat the whole sequence of these 3 postures on your right leg. Bring your right foot to the front, place your blocks if you need under your hands at either side of your foot, or drop your hands into the ground and allow your chest to fall on your right leg. Let go of your neck, let go of your head. If you need some padding on your back knee, the same as you did in the previous side. Back up your posture if you need a little bit, but this is not so long. Remember to pray, to ask for all that strength that you need and the support that you need. As you touch the ground, you can ask to Mother Earth to free, to liberate you from impurities. She'll take care of transforming that energy. Make so much light in your heart that there is no space for illness, for sorrow, for complaint. Don't let any room for darkness. Take a deep, deep breath to start moving into Hanumanasana, stretching your right leg. You can use your blocks under your hands or micro bend your front knee. Remember to point your right sit bone back as you allow yourself to hinge from your hip to go forward and down. Stay where it's best for you. You might not stretch your arms, as you can see. You might just keep your arms right under your shoulders, and that's fine. The purpose of this practice is to stay for a long period of time. Sometimes people have asked me, how come you're so flexible? And the real answer is that I wasn't that flexible when I started practicing yoga. But it takes a daily practice to gain flexibility. And maybe you're not gonna be so flexible, but that's okay. This is where you're right now in your life. That's what you need to work today. While you're deeply stretching the back of your right leg, keep your focus on your breath, on your body, and maybe that will bring you to a quiet mind. As your toes are pointing towards your chest and your chest pointing towards your toes, remember there is a flow of energy. Allow the flow of energy to be free. This is a time to start thinking of yourself as what you really are. Not thinking of your small, little, egoistic self, but think about your greatest self. And start moving out from a posture, wiggling your hips, doing what you need to bring all your weight into your front right foot and both arms in the inside. Maybe walk your right foot to the front right corner of your mat, and you can also use the block same as you did with your other leg. Relax your forehead. Mudra is always optional. Or bring both elbows to the ground. Remember that your right knee is right above your right ankle. So talking about the self, in Sanskrit there is a term for the universal self, which is Paramatma, and Jivatma is the individual self, the small self. Jiva, it's what they describe as the watcher, the observer, that's always there. And the purpose of yoga is to unite your universal soul with your individual soul, which is your Paramatma with your Jivatma. Remembering your Paramatma, your universal self. Focus on your Jivatma, on the flow of energy from your left toes all the way to the top of your head. Draw your spine as long as possible to allow the flow of energy to be free. When you have to face difficulties in life, sometimes you face them And that's it. If we look at nature, there is, the grass growing in the sidewalk. And when the grass hits the concrete, and there is like this little edge where the grass can grow, the grass doesn't go to the therapist and tries to explain how hard it was to grow into the concrete. It just does that. Last breaths in here. Why can't we humans be a little bit like the grass sometimes? This is working with your hips, so very slowly. Start pressing the floor down. Moving up and bringing your right leg back to sit on your heels and stretch your spine. Press the floor behind you. Press your chest up, always up. Come back to center. And stretch your legs in front of you. To lie on your back, to a happy baby. When you do any flow, happy baby, if you have any issue in your neck, can be the option when there is a shoulder stand. Bring your knees close to your chest, and the options are, if you're too tight on your hips, then just grab your legs from the inside of your thighs, or you can bring your hands to the inside of your shin bone, to the inside of your feet, or to the outside of your feet. Your knees are drawing towards the ground. Your neck is long, your shoulders relaxed. Breathe deeply and focus on the space between your eyebrows. Always maintaining the contact of your lower back with the ground. It's a very deep massage for your kidneys. The kidneys are where the fears get stored. And there is almost no better posture to massage the kidneys than the happy baby. If you want to rock from side to side, go ahead. Feel free to do it. It's also a great relief from back bending. So if you have a strong back bending practice, like Anusara Yoga or Dharma Yoga, doing a good period of time in a happy baby, Ananda Balasana, it's a great choice. Remember about the points of awareness. So you can bring your awareness into the space between your forearm, the space between your eyebrows, your heart center, your lower back, and your legs, and your inner legs where they are stretching, releasing, and letting go. stretching, releasing, and letting all go. If this posture has been challenging for you, this is a time you can rest in a butterfly. So stay with your back in contact with the ground and just place your feet together, lowering your feet to the ground. If you're very flexible, then you can try to stretch your legs, keeping the contact of your lower back or your kidneys with the ground. Stretch your legs as much as you can. You can grab your heels instead of your feet. And the toes can almost touch the ground. So track 1 is in butterfly in Supta Baddha Konasana. And the second option is to be with stretch legs. The work is the same. Letting go. All go. And go back slowly, closing your legs. If you are in the butterfly, then you can hug your knees. Now bring your left foot into the ground, your right leg crosses. If you're very flexible, then tuck your toes and your left leg. Bring your arms into a T, so 90 degrees bent on your elbows, and then you can let go of your knees, twisting your knees to your left side, opening the right side of the body. If your knees don't touch the ground, that's fine. Just breathe deep. You can also stack one leg on top of the other. So just go with what's best for you. Stay here for about a minute. Your nose is pointing up. The space between your eyebrows, very relaxed. Completely relaxed. To practice the last deep twists of your practice, you always twist to the right side if you're sitting up. But if you're lying down, then you let go of your knees to your left, so you twist the right side of your body. That's the way the energy works in the body. We just respect and work with the nature of the body. Slowly go back to center. Bring your hips to center and shimmy your butt to your left side so you can let go. Twist your legs to your right. So you're twisting your left side. The same thing. You can hug your right leg with your left, or stack one leg on top of the other. If your knees don't touch the ground, that doesn't matter. It's more important that the shoulders are in contact with the ground. Your nose points up and you breathe and feel how your side body lengthens. Your whole body relaxes. And take a deep breath. Take your time to slowly bring your knees back to center. Hug your knees into your chest to press yourself up. Preparing for the Sphinx or Cobra. So you'll place your bolster or a cushion that you have handy and feel where your rib cage start to come together, your ribbons. That's the place that's going to be supported over your bolster. Lengthen your arms to the front and press your shoulders away from your ears. That's the first option. The crown of your head goes towards the sky to feel a little compression in your lower back, but it shouldn't pinch. It's a very sweet release for the spine. And you'll see a couple of other options if you are more flexible in this. In a few seconds. But first, start feeling. If you're too flexible, then start walking your hands a little more towards you. And make sure that you're feeling how your spine is growing towards the sky. Feel how the heart space opens. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, because your vulnerability will build your strength. You cannot be strong when you are always having a shield for whatever happens. And even if something is not happening, you have your shield. You get weak because eventually you get tired of carrying a shield. And listen carefully. If this is good for you and this is challenging enough, stay here. Otherwise, if you're very flexible, just walk your elbows, your forearms over the bolster. Keep pressing your shoulders down, lengthening top of your head towards the sky. See what's better for you, if you're feet hip distance apart or feet together. And make your last deep breaths. You can move your head slowly from side to side. Press your hands, walk yourself out of the posture. And move towards Balasana, pressing your hips towards your heels. Lengthening your arms to the front, feeling the contact of your forehead with the earth. Remembering your intention, your prayer of the day. And getting ready for a Shavasana, I'll show you a way that I like very much to make Shavasana, using the blanket as a pillow and a bolster under my legs. So once I have the blanket as a pillow, I roll the edges towards my head, and that distributes the pressure of the back of the head. Then let go of your arms, let go of your eyelids. If you have something to cover your eyes, that's better. In Shavasana, you don't move at all. Your mind stops identifying itself with your body, because you are not your body. The most advanced postures of all. Stay still. If you cannot stay still in Shavasana, how can you expect to stay still in other difficult postures? Don't move at all. Just stay here. Everything is safe. Everything is in peace. And breathe very deep, becoming aware of your pores, of your skin, moving to your left side into a fetal position as a transition to sit up in a meditation posture. You can bring your hands in Yan Mudra, resting them on your legs. Close your eyes. Feel the love in your heart. Bring your hands to your heart center and bow your head towards your heart center. Namaste. Thank you very much. Stay in contact if you want more of these videos. Thank you.